Art Linkletter and the kids. Join us for 15 minutes of unrehearsed, unpredictable fun with children. Starring kids from 2 to 10. With the Pied Piper of TV and radio, the people are funny man, Art Linkletter.
Hello there. You know, every time I do this program, I feel sorrier for the other people in television who have to have writers, they have to rehearse, they have to memorize the lines, they have to edit and watch their timing, and they always have to worry about new material. I have no such worry. Every morning, I wake up, open the newspaper, turn to the birth column and say, well, some new programs were born last night that I'll use in about 4 or 5 years. And of course, I have quite a gang at my own house. As a matter of fact, the other day, my little Sharon went to school for the first time. She came back, says, I'm not going again. I says, why not? She says, well, I can't read, and I can't write, and they won't let me talk, so what's the use of going? She did learn one thing, though. She learned that the other kids get allowances, and that's a very dangerous thing for them to learn. Well, let's find out what we can learn from our young guest today in just a moment, as we invite you to meet the kids. All right, come on in and let's meet our kids in the playroom. Well, hello, boys and girls.
Hello. Hello, Art.
Oh, I got a girl first this time. Well, it's about time we talk to a little girl. Hello. Are you ready?
You make me giggle.
You are a giggler. Are you ticklish? Tell me, Susan, do you have a boyfriend?
No.
Can I be your boyfriend? All right. Have you got a date for tonight? Can you dance? Would you like to dance with me?
No.
You wouldn't? I'm a good dancer. If you don't dance with me, we'll have to go out in the car and park. Would you give me a kiss? Well, Susan, tell you what. If you had a boyfriend, would you marry him?
Yes.
What kind of a boyfriend would you like to have? Somebody who's real rich or real good-looking?
Someone that has curly hair.
What do you think you'll finally be when you grow up?
A nurse.
And what do nurses do?
I'm going to be a nurse, but I'm not going to wear trousers.
You're not going to wear trousers?
No.
Well, I hope you never wear trousers, a girl like you. See you tonight. We have a date now.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
No, we
Goodbye,
don't.
Susan. I would like to have a date with her. Now let's meet our next young guest. Fellow sitting here in a rocking chair. You look like old Grandpa. What's your name?
My name is Jim Preston, Jimmy.
Hello, Jimmy Preston. How old a boy are you?
Well, 5 years old.
You're 5 years old. What's your dad do, Jimmy?
My dad works in air research, experimental.
And what's your mother and dad do after dinner, mostly?
Well, he sits up and watches Space Patrol or movies or something, cowboys and Indians.
Your dad does?
Mm-hmm.
And what does your mother do?
My mother, she's out there scrubbing the floor doing something like housework.
Poor mother. Dad's out there watching Space Patrol and your mother's in there scrubbing the floor. Huh?
And after she gets done, she comes out and does some watching television.
Well, that's good. Say, I have a little book here with some words in it. I'd like to hear you see if you can define these words for me. What's a politician, Jimmy?
A politician?
Yeah.
It's a man that prints and writes.
Yeah, I guess he does. What's a hen-pecked husband?
A hen-pecked husband? Well, it's a man that, it's a woman that picks on his husband and says, gripes because he goes to work and don't do things nice and like that.
You'll never be a hen-pecked husband, will you?
No, I won't.
I'll bet you won't. I can see that right now as I talk to you. Goodbye, Jimmy.
Bye.
Our next young lady's sitting here making some very fancy things out of clay. What's your name?
Jackie Lewis.
Hello, Jackie. What you making?
A horse.
A horse?
Yes.
Why?
Because I could ride it all around everywhere I want to go.
Look at me. How do you make a horse go? What do you say?
Giddy up.
How do you make him stop?
Pull back on the rein and just say, whoa.
Jackie, did anything exciting happen around your neighborhood lately?
Yes, a fire.
A fire? What
Yes.
burned?
Mm,
A house?
Yes.
How do you suppose that fire got started?
I think someone comes along and...
You think what?
I think someone comes along and lighted a match and put it at somewhere.
And put it the match somewhere?
Yes.
And you should never do that, should you?
No, you should. Little girls and little boys shouldn't play with matches.
Who told you to say that?
My mommy.
You have a nice mommy, haven't you?
Yes.
She never spanks you.
Sometimes.
What do you do to make her spank you?
Do bad things sometimes.
Why do you do bad things, Jackie? Why aren't you always a good girl? Huh?
Sometimes I'm not and sometimes I are.
Well, I guess that's the truth with all of us. Sometimes I are and sometimes I ain't. Goodbye, Jackie. Hope you don't get any more spankings. Our next young fella here is sitting in a... Boy, he looks pretty with that red and white shirt on. If we had color television, you could see it. You got your shirt tail in?
Yes, sir.
Turn around. Your shirt tail is out.
It is?
Yes. Well, I never saw a boy yet who didn't have his shirt tail out part of the time. Did you, Dickie?
Yes, sometimes.
Say, with the name Dickie, I used to say, Dickie, Dickie Dout with his shirt tail out. That's what my mother used to say to me. She ever say that to you?
No.
Well, mothers change. Dickie, what's your dad do?
He teaches up in La Cañada.
What's he teach?
Band and orchestra.
Huh?
Band and orchestra.
Oh, he's a music teacher. Any excitement around your house?
Well, no.
Nothing happened lately?
Yes, one thing.
What?
I was playing ball out in front of a neighbor's house, and the neighbor called me up there, and I went up there, so he gave me this autographed ball by Dizzy Dean.
Say, my golly, a great big wonderful picture like that autographed your ball, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Now tell me this, Dickie. Any questions that you'd like to ask me? I've been
Yes.
asking you all questions.
Yes?
What would you like to ask me?
Do you spank your children?
I refuse to answer. Are you spanked at home?
Sometimes.
That's when I spank. Sometimes. As a matter of fact, sometimes I follow the adage, when you come home, spank your little boy, because if you don't know what he did wrong, he'll know. Goodbye. Well, I guess that's all the time we have for these kiddies today, but we hope you've enjoyed peeking into their minds and into the way they think and what they've seen and done and heard about. And in just a moment now, one of them is going to try to do something for the first time in his life. And we want you to be with us when this world premiere is unveiled in just a moment. Well, as a father of 5, I've had a lot of experience with babies. Matter of fact, one thing I've always wanted to ask a baby doctor is, why does a baby never sneeze until its mouth is full of pablum? I've never heard the answer to that one. But I do know that the answer to the question of how a young father first diapers a baby is just as intricate and as fraught with dangers and perils to both father and infant. And so we're going to take a young father who will become a father perhaps in... how old are you, young fella?
5 years old.
Well, in about 18, 20 years, you might be a daddy, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Your name is Jimmy Preston, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jimmy, you haven't had much experience with babies, have you?
No, I never have touched a baby yet. I have touched him, but I haven't very much dressed him.
Anything like that? Never took care of a baby.
But all I have ever done with my little Tommy, only thing I've done with him is put his shoes on or socks or...
Well, why don't you learn how to diaper a baby and fix him up and dress him, huh?
Well,
Would you like to try?
I'll try.
A real live baby?
Maybe, maybe not. I think so.
All right, I tell you, let's bring the baby over here and see what kind of a baby we have. Because this young fellow, for the first time in his life, is going to take this baby. Look, it's already yelling. And bring me the clothes over here now, and we'll just put down the various things that you need. And you're on your own from there on. Let's see now. I'll just put all of this stuff down here, and then you can start dressing the baby. All right, what's the first thing you do? Here's a boy who's been around. Look at him. Not bad. What'd you say?
I just said, heaven's sakes, just because I got that on there.
Yeah, here's a pin. Now what you going to put on next?
Well, the diapers, if I can find them. Here's the other.
Yeah, there you are. Let's see how you fold them.
Oh, quiet. First, I better unfold these things.
What about the baby? There you are. That's good.
Sit up there now. How long do I have to hold it?
Fix the diapers, quick. Yeah, you're going to be a fine young father someday, Jimmy. Just keep going right ahead. I'll hold the baby here.
Hold him up there. Let him lay.
Are you sure you've never diapered a baby before? You're doing a grand job.
Except his thing gets up in the back.
That's all right. Okay, get his pants on. Grab him by the feet.
Oh, my heaven's sakes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the baby will live. I know you're all grateful to hear that news. And whether the father will ever survive this experience, we aren't sure. But Jimmy, you're a fine young man. And we hope you have a fine young family sometime of your own. We want all of the youngsters we talked to today now to go over to the Lewis Marks toy table and select their own beautiful big Marks toy as a memento of their visit to our TV playroom. And I hope that you'll remember to join us the next time we bring the kids your way and invite you to meet the children. Goodbye.
Join us again next time when we bring you another fun show with Art Linkletter and the kids.